Good morning to our beloved lecturer, Miss Daisy Constance. So my name is Sitti.
My name is Nohsaiful.
My name is Qamarina
And we are from BM3. Today we want to talk about flood. Did you guys hear about the flood that hit the city last night? It was unexpected.
I know, I just saw the news this morning and they said it rained heavily for hours and they said drainage system just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I saw some videos online too. Streets were completely submerged. It's crazy how quickly things can change.
It really is. I hope everyone is okay. Did you hear if there were any evacuations?
I think some neighborhoods were evacuated, especially those near the river. Emergency service went on alert all night.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking to think about the damage to businesses and homes. I hope they can get help quickly.
Same here. I've seen local organizations start to collect supplies for those affected. It's great to see the community coming together.
Definitely, it's time like this that remind us how important it is to support one another.
And to be better prepared for future storm, we really need to invest in improving our infrastructure.
Agreed. Climate change is making these events more frequent and we have to be proactive.
Let's keep an eye on the situation and see how we can help. Maybe we can volunteer or donate.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's look into local effort and see what's needed most.
Sitti, can you tell me about the flood? Before that, I want to tell you guys about my experience with flood. When I was Form 2, my village faced a flood so bad that the residents had to move to a new area. Their house is totally lost because water brings all the stuff. But I'm grateful because my house is safe from floods.
That's so scary, no? I have my experience too when I was 7 years old, if I'm not mistaken. During that day, I was still sleeping, but my mom woke me up and to pack my thing and go to the community center. At the community center, we are given the food and the clothes and get your own space according to the family. I stay for just one night and go back to our house. Actually, the flood always happen, especially during the rainy days. It's normal for my family at Tawa because my aunt and my uncle know how to handle it. I have my experience in cleaning all the flood mud too.
That's so sad, Sitti.
Basically, floods can happen if heavy rains rise, Sitti.
Yes, floods can happen during heavy rains, when ocean waves come on shore, when snow melts quickly or when dams or leaves break. Damaging flooding may happen with only a few inches of water, or it may cover a house to the roof too. What about you, no?
For my opinion, flood is a natural disaster that is caused due to the accumulation of excessive water in region. This also affect from heavy rainfall. Do you agree with me, Qamarina?
Yes, I agree with you, no? But I want to share some of my opinions about the flood. Flooding typically occurs when prolonged rain falls over several days, when intense rain falls over a short period of time, or when an ice or debris jam causes a river or stream to overflow into the surrounding area. Flooding can also result from the failure of water control structure such as a leaf or a dam. Sitti, can you tell me about the consequence of the flood?
Of course, Qamarina, floods can happen almost anywhere. They can cover an area with just a few inches of water, or they can bring enough water to cover the roof of a house. Flood can be dangerous for communities, lasting days, weeks, or sometimes even longer. Many different situations can cause a flood. How about you, Nohsaiful?
For me, the consequence of flood is it can happen when water overflows from rivers and ocean. This is because heavy rainfall can affect the dam and it can cause dam break also. If a dam break happens, it can affect all of people around there. Other than that, tsunamis are also one of the consequences of floods. This is because when an earthquake happens, the ocean will attract and water from the ocean will overflow to a land. People must be careful because it can cause people to suffocate, leading to death. That's all from me. By the way, how about you, Qamarina? Do you agree with me?
Yes, no, I agree with you. Furthermore, flooding can also cause loss of life, displacement, and extensive damage to infrastructure and economies. It leads to health risks from waterborne disease, food shortages, and environmental degradation. Communities also often face long-term recovery challenges with impact on education, healthcare, and mental health. Nohsaiful, how about the effect from the flood?
For my opinion, the effect from flood is that people face to danger of electrocution. If a flood happens, we must stay away from wet poles because when we touch the poles, we will get an electric shock. Besides, it can be fatal. Next is people also can lose their house. Do you agree with me, Sitti?
Yes, no. Floods are the leading cause of weather-related infectious disease outbreaks. Flooding events increase the chance of spreading waterborne disease such as hepatitis A and cholera. Flood events also lead to an increase in some form of zoonosis such as leptospirosis.
Yes, that's right. All the effects, of course, have a solution to prevent floods. One way to prevent floods is government and citizens must work together. This is because they must create one formulate to prevent floods, such as they can prepare awareness to spread about the steps to take when the floods occur. Did you guys agree with me?
Yes, no, that sounds good. But from my point of view, one of the way to prevent flood is government should install check valve in sewer trap to prevent flood water backups. Construct interior barrier to stop low-level flood water from entering basement.
Yes, I agree with No and Qamarina. The government is the best organization to prevent the flood. The government need the preliminary planning before the flood phenomena happen. But I think all family must take serious about this issue and take action with preparing an emergency action plan. First one, we need to list down the important phone number such as the emergency number 999, local authorities, nearby hospital and families member or friends who can be contacted in an emergency. What about you, Qamarina?
I have read on the internet since the flood is the main issues right now. Other than that, about the transfer center location, you need to choose the closest to your home. Make sure all the family members know how to get there if they need to move. Next, you need to prepare an emergency pack containing basic supplies such as drinking water, non-perishable food, medicine, flashlight, and portable batteries. Make sure the all things is easy to pack and carry when you need to move. The most important thing are all the documents such as identity card, birth certificate, marriage certificate, land grant, also insurance policies in a waterproof container.
Yes, Qamarina, it's true. All the documents are important, especially the original document. I hope all the initial planning can help us to overcome the flood phenomena if it's happened.
Thank you, Qamarina and Sitti, for sharing. After I heard from two of you, I think I have many things that I need to prepare in case the flood phenomenon can happen anywhere. In conclusion, we must be united to take the flood, love your parents, your animals, and yourself. That's all from me.
Thank you.
Thank you.